Intel stock sharply higher right now in overtime, up 12% after reporting results moments ago. Joining me now in a first on CNBC interview before the conference call is Intel CEO Pat Gelsinger. Pat, welcome. I didn't know how investors were going to digest this one. Not used to seeing a non-GAAP EPS loss here, but this has to do with equipment bought COVID timeframe, 10 nanometer that you just couldn't use. Is this over with this scale of these types of charges, many of them non-cash?
Yeah, thanks, John, and always a pleasure to chat with you. You know, and overall, I just say we had underlying strength in the business this quarter, but we had the one-time charges that were consistent with what we indicated on our last earnings call, the major restructuring that we have done, you know, the people actions against the business, and as you say, these one-time charges for the Intel 7 equipment. You know, and simply put, we had too much equipment, you know, somewhat induced by the COVID era expectations of a much larger PC, you know, business at the time. That equipment isn't useful as we move to the EUV nodes, Intel 3, Intel 18A. So we did take this one-time write-off associated with it, in addition to the impairment charges, which are largely accounting charges that are affected this quarter. But when you look at the underlying business, great progress on products, on foundry, you know, a beat and raise. So obviously the markets are responding positively, but our view is, you know, we have a lot of work to do, and we had a lot that we got done this quarter. So a really solid quarter of execution.
Give me the give and take between the client business and the data center business. Client computing was just about in line, slightly less than the consensus, though I think after AMD, investors might have been expecting that. Data center actually did a little bit better than a lot of analysts were expecting out there. What did you see demand-wise?
Yeah, overall, our client business, we made significant adjustments with our customers to lower inventory levels. So we go into the rest of the year with a very good inventory position and a very robust product line for our client business overall. You know, clearly different segments of the market, like the desktop products, we weren't quite as strong this quarter, but overall, we're on it for the AI PC, our leadership there, very strong launch of Lunar Lake, our Core Ultra product, you know, that just has really set the world right thither on just how strong that product is, battery life, AI performance. And on the data center side, yeah, a little bit better than was forecast in that business. And clearly our Xeon 6 product line that is now in the market is starting to gain momentum there. And our overall position for, you know, the Xeon as the AI data center CPU of choice has definitely been a positive for that area of the business as well. Overall, very solid product execution.
Quickly, I want to go back to something that you just said, because last quarter you said that you expected Q3 to be tough on inventory, but then that would set you up well for a bounce or uplift in Q4. Has that worked out as well, less well than you expected so far?
Yeah, I think overall the PC market may be slightly smaller, right, as people are looking at the finish of the year. That said, you know, I think everybody is expecting growth in the overall PC market for next year, based on a major Windows refresh, AI PC, a bit more global strength, China economy recovery. So overall, we believe we're very well set up for Q4 and for next year in the level of inventory and our product portfolio with our customers.
Okay, now I'm always asking about it. Tell me about Gaudi 3. I believe that was launching in Q3. You've touted that it delivers 2x performance per dollar on inference and training versus H100. That said, you are selling it for less, of course, and NVIDIA does have Blackwell out. How does the reception look for that product now, long awaited, as you're launching it?
Yeah, Gaudi 3, strong product, and the efforts in having a strong, you know, set of use cases. You've seen that we announced with the IBM their Gaudi 3 in the IBM AI cloud. We're getting good reception from that, and early market uptake is very strong for Gaudi 3, and we're really focusing on what I'll call the enterprise TCO inferencing-centric use cases, where Xeon plus Gaudi really deliver a compelling offering for enterprises who, really are now saying, that high-end AI cloud training is great. How do I use it, or how do I inference with it? And that's where we're seeing our strength on both Xeon and Gaudi 3.